All right, so play number 6. I actually I had recorded this video, I just deleted it, and we're starting over. Okay, because my initial take on it was O-line. And then I see the very last part of the replay and it confirmed what I was saying. I'm going to kind of redo this video like I did the last one, but not completely. All right, so here's the set. Here's the formation. We got Bell had come in for Stog. Everybody else is the same. This is going to be Brooks. He's going to go into motion and come across. Brown was over here more in a slot spot. I had him a little too wide right there. So before Brooks in motion, Brown was more like right here. He wasn't out wide. He was like in a slot position, and it ends up looking like more of a slot position because then Brooks comes over here and takes the outside position. Okay, so play starts. Everybody starts running out. The pass is going to end up being a pass to Lloyd on a wheel route that goes a little over, a little inaccurate. My breakdown on that was because Spencer was in trouble. And we're going to get into that trouble, though, because Spencer was in trouble. He made the best pass he could, okay, because, earlier in the game on the same kind of wheel route, he left that pass short. It was picked off, okay. Lloyd does make the catch, but it's a little out of bounds. Pass, people say, oh, that pass should have been a little bit more catchable inbounds or whatever. No, Spencer did good as far as where he placed the pass. Yeah, I mean, if it would have been a little bit more inbounds, it would have been a fair catch, but instead of out of bounds catch. But I'm not upset with that. He was hurried. Okay, he was under pressure. But let's get into that pressure because that's what's going to change this for me, okay? And initially I had this wrong. This is why I redid the video, because this is why I had this as like, oh, you know what, man, this is something Spencer should have done to recover, okay? So there's pressure coming in here and here. This side of the line's kind of breaking down. This side of the line kind of pinches in, okay? There's pressure, though, that breaks through the middle, all right? There's one guy that just kind of breaks through the middle, all right? And he came in off a stunt. So once again, the O-line's definitely going to work on picking up the stunts a little better. He'd come across and it was a stunt, and another defender had come in front of him, as we keep talking about, and then he broke through. And when I did the initial video, I thought the guy had broken through to the outside here, or I had played it like that, and I had said Spencer was going to have to make a hard move to get past this guy back over to the left, where these guys were holding up their blocks, to allow his guy to get back around and engage. And I said that was going to be really hard because of the position of the center, or what I believe it was the center that missed the block there, and it would have allowed him to re-engage. But that actually changed, and the reason I came back and redid the video is because the guy didn't break through to the outside this way, or the side of the center that way. He actually breaks through the center this way. So the centers actually would have had a much easier time re-engaging, okay? And they could have created a whole new little pocket over here for Spencer. If Spencer sees or pays attention to the guy coming through early in the play. Now, hey, look, it happened fast. I mean, it was early pressure. It's not like, hey, there was a block and then a delayed blitz or anything like that. But as the guy is pushing through and these guys are pushing up, and he pushes through, and you see the O lineman here shoving on the guy because he's gotten past him. So he's shoving him. Spencer needed to step up to this side. Okay, he could have easily stepped up onto this side of the center where these two guys were holding their blocks, and this guy's coming through here getting shoved, and then that would have allowed the center to re-engage. But that's not what Spencer's doing right now. Spencer's backpedaling the whole time. Okay, yeah, he has his drop back, of course. All right, but. And this is another flaw for the shotgun. This is why, I mean, hey, the ace, him being under center is actually working better, I think, because it doesn't end up, he's not starting so far back that then he ends up dropping further back, and then The pressure he's getting and sensing isn't giving him the time to drop even further back and just keep backpedaling, okay? But that's really what happens on this play. To me, yeah, there's a little bit of an O-line breakdown, a bit of an O-line breakdown because the guy came through the center, of course, but the center could have re-engaged and stayed on the inside of this guy coming through if Spencer moves a little off to the left here, if he picks it up early enough. Okay, I don't want to harp on Spencer too much there because obviously the O-line had a breakdown too. But Spencer's going to have to learn how to navigate an SEC pocket. We keep talking about this. I've said this a few times. Spencer's not navigating this. He's struggling navigating the pocket. In Georgia State, he navigated it, but left it too early a lot of times. Created pressure where there were none, especially in Arkansas. Did the same thing again. Now, this time I've seen a lot of backpedaling out of Spencer. Now, I didn't break down the footage of the Georgia State and the Arkansas game the same way I'm doing this one. But for sure, I feel like I'm noticing more backpedaling from Spencer in this, and so he's gonna have to learn to navigate these pockets a little bit better. He's gonna have to learn, that just because a O lineman has given up some position, to this guy pressing through, and this is gonna happen frequently. You're in the SEC. Every play is not going to work out to exact plan. No matter how good your O-linemen are, these defensive players on the other side, they're top level too. This is Georgia we're playing, guys. This is the best defensive team in the nation. So they're not going to stop him every time. The fact is that he had this inside position on him, and he still had hands on him that was affecting how this guy was going to come in, and did give Spencer an opportunity to move up to the left here. Go check out the play. If you don't agree with me, hey, you don't have to, but go compare it. It was, a 3rd and 6 on our 7th drive, ends up being the final play of the drive. It was the 6th play of the drive, and then we punt. And I'm not saying we were going to get a first down here. I'm not saying what was going to happen after that. Once the play's broken down, we're just anybody's guess. I never got a good look at where all the receivers were heading to and things like that. Spencer may have had a lane open that he could have scrambled for the first down if he would have moved off to the left there. I don't know. Okay. For sure, I haven't seen Spencer scramble in this game like I saw him do in Arkansas. So once again, this is, I think, Spencer trying to learn how to navigate these pockets, guys. I don't even know that it's a talent thing or he's overrated or anything like that, because this kid is incredibly talented. I just don't think he's had development to this level. I just don't think he's had development to this level.